Hi, it's Dr.C on ChiTV, and we're here at the Expo West in beautiful Vancouver. My special guest today is Richard Pierce. Richard, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Now, we've known each other for years, and you've got a very strong background in sports nutrition. What's going on in your world today?
Lots of different sports nutrition items happening. With proteins coming out, new dimensions in proteins, hydrolyzed proteins, time release. A lot of different claims happening, a lot of different things going on.
You're in the production, manufacturing, and what makes that different from being a retailer?
Well, manufacturing, you're sort of the grassroots. You're taking the raw materials, you're putting the formulas together, and you're bringing in an end product.
And when it comes to protein, you know pretty much everything that's out there. Is there anything new that's coming out that's different from the wheys or the hemps, for example?
There's different versions, but one has to be careful because when you're buying hydrolyzed proteins, how hydrolyzed are they is the question. There's things like that you have to really endeavor deeper in to find out. So if you're buying an amino acid, as I have sold many years ago myself, and you're taking an A/N/T/N ratio on an amino acid of, say, 17%, you're getting a certain amount of di and tripeptides in a product. When you're buying a hydrolyzed whey now, you've got to ask those questions. Is it partially hydrolyzed? How far is it hydrolyzed? To actually be able to compare an apple and an apple and an apple and an orange in the product. So there is things like that are coming out, and the consumer has to have more knowledge on those ingredients to know really what they're buying.
And I know that your second life or your first life is in the gym. So what about training today for a man in this day and age? Like, for example, why do you train?
Well, a combination. Obviously, I enjoy the sport. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, healthy. It's been a lifestyle for me for a long time. I live the lifestyle, as you know, as you do as well over the years. We always run into each other in a gym somewhere in a hotel, whether it's Toronto or Anaheim or someplace. We're always there. And, I feel good when I train. It's a lifestyle thing for me, good energy. I go with the lifestyle game with the products. So it's an all-round, it's a great sport, too. I mean, a lot of great people.
Well, what's the alternative if you don't train? Can you see that logically in your mind? Like, what happens to a man if he never trains at all?
Well, I've actually noticed that a lot more as the years go by on changing how I train. I don't try to load as much weight as I possibly can on my back and try to lift it off the ground. A lot of core strength, trying to do more dumbbell lunges than trying to put a lot of weight on my back, trying to be a little more versatile in what I do because I want to still keep training. I know that you just can't keep getting older and trying to maximize your amount of weight you're going to do every time because it's a bit of an accident waiting to have you hurt yourself, burn yourself out, etc. So with my lifestyle, I like to train 3 or 4 times a week. I'll do some core training, I'll do a bit of weight training, and then I'll take in and just stick with dumbbells and different types of exercises that are a little easier on the body, not as heavy, but you go more in that direction.
Right. And then getting back to the manufacturing front, what about the legislative climate right now? Do you have the freedom that you want right now in Canada to formulate all the products that you want to formulate?
Well, with the new regulations, you don't have the freedom that we'd like to have, but then there's regulation in the first place that gives us sort of that happy medium because we don't need things in the market that shouldn't be in there. So there's a place for regulation, but to what extent is that question and trying to run that happy medium? So I wish it was a little more freer, but then again, I just don't want it to be just whatever goes. So a happy medium is what we're trying to look for. But no, the regulations are tough on us in Canada. There's no question.
Right. Richard, you're a pioneer in the industry, and thanks for your valuable contribution.
Thank you.
This is Dr.C on ChiTV. There is no life without Chi.